So life here at West Ham is not what we were expecting it to be. Losing to bitter rivals Tottenham and Aston Villa with an illegitimate goal, having a player down injured. This has led to our manager losing his head in the press conference, sparking a new rivalry with Villa and especially Unai Emery.
Good evening.
With both managers rattled, one could lose their job very soon. And with our league position, it definitely could be Lopetegui. Yes, people, not looking good is the phrase you'd probably use to describe this season so far. You can see no wins in December, no wins in November, and no wins in October. We have been starved here at the Hammers, and we need to build momentum up. You can see the morale of the squad very unhappy, and I think to try and up this, we've got to speak to club captain Bowen. Jared, you've been here longer than me, and with you being the captain of the Irons, do you know why this squad is extremely unhappy? Well, boss, I can't speak for anyone else apart from Paqueta. He's still a little bit angry with his move to Bayern breaking down. But I believe it's just the league form. Ever since that game against Unai Emery's Aston Villa and that goal, we haven't looked ourselves. Maybe a tactical change could stop things? Or stop goals going in the net, as maybe it could be our defence. And could it be? Because I'm looking at our defenders. We've got Cresswell, very old. Emerson, he doesn't get played at all. Then Jose Gaya, who hasn't been good since he's come in, but I'm going to give him a little bit more of a chance. He deserves a full season. Maybe Kilman we've got to watch, because he is left-footed, so that's why he's in the team. His rating isn't the best. And Thomas Souček on the bench. Yes, his pace is lacking, but he makes up with it with strength, passing, and defensive ability. Going to just test it in a quick simulation against Fulham. 3-0 loss, man. Okay, that's not the issue. Kudus getting sent off doesn't bloody help us as well, but maybe we could help ourselves. I'm looking at this team's strengths. And the strength is strength. We've got very strong players in our defenders. Leonardo's a big unit up front. Paqueta, 78 physical. And having Fulkrug on the bench makes me think about supporting runs being staying central and having a target striker. Maybe that could help us out, as I'm sticking with Souček and going to Fulkrug for Manchester United, who aren't doing well themselves. Ten Hag being a bit of a donkey, as we've done all right at home in played games, beat Chelsea, Man City, and we should be able to beat United. But with stupid passes like that, we are really not helping ourselves. As a shot from Correa, and he's got the ball back again. A good tackle, Wan-Bissaka, of course, against one of his former clubs. Fulkrug uses Kudus. We are a game away from the last one. Served his suspension against Wolves as Paqueta really needed that to go in, as it is Anthony, and Anthony has scored, man. When you concede to Anthony, you know you're doing bad. And he even celebrates with Ten Hag. I don't blame him. Ten Hag is literally giving him a living for nothing. The human fidget spinner scores, as now we need to respond. Mohamed Kudus on the outside shoots across the goal. Not a bad effort, but it is the half-time whistle, and to the way Onana moved in goal, I think there's a goal in here for us. Need to try and play to his tactic as well, as Jose Gaya, good run. He does like to get forward. Now cross it towards a target man. Maguire easily away, as now Anthony to try and run around us. Thomas Souček, he's not too great at centre-back. The more and more I watch him, the worse I feel he is, as Bruno's made it too. Bruno's made it too. I honestly don't know what's up. As you can see how much I'm panicking now. Maxwell Cornet's come on. I didn't even want to have him here. But with how badly we've done, he's actually getting a chance and he's through on goal. It's Maxwell Cornet. Offside, of course he is. As I'm taking Paqueta off as well, saving our best players now. As this game looks bleak, it looks like another beating. And yep, the game over like that. I think that result, though, answers a few questions about what we do in the market. Because the centre-backs were terrible. Even Souček submitting a transfer request. He does not want to play centre-back, fair enough. You're crap there. Also, Mavropanos looks like everybody wants to leave the club, but the one that actually doesn't want to leave is the one I want to leave. But with him being new at the club and being a left-footed asset, we're going to speak to Mavropanos. He's 26 years old. Thanks for joining me in the office. I'm talking about your game time now and the lack of it going forward, because I like that you've transfer listed yourself. You won't play a minute under me, and I've got to be honest with you. So let's try and find you a new club. Is that okay with you? It's perfect, no hard feelings. I know I'm not going to play here. So let's head into the window and find me a new home. But it's easier said than done, as only one offer on the first day of January, Thomas Souček. I'd rather actually keep the check here. Played very well for them in real life and eats all the potato salad. So yeah, he's staying on my bench. He won't obviously play in the first team. As a man back in the first team is Edson Alvarez, and I did receive this comment talking about him being a centre-back, which is an option, in fact, a very good option. But I do have someone in mind that I could potentially sign. As after the Manchester United game, I spoke in a meeting with Erik ten Hag about signing one of their centre-backs. Eric, I think Harry Maguire played very well against us. And I know it's not January, and I know he's in your first team, but I'd love to take him off your hands if we could raise some funds. And Eric says that's fine. He was only playing because of Lenny Yoro's age. Yoro is capable, so I will sell you Harry Maguire. Just meet our market evaluation and you have yourself a new centre-back. But make sure it's bang on our evaluation or you're not getting your player. As yes, Harry Maguire played very well in that fixture against us, but as you can see, they have accepted a bid from Nice, so we have to get selling, and this is that offer. Manchester City in for Lucas Paqueta, sorry, but I am going to stand stern. It is 60 million only for his services. And will Pep pay it? He wants to be negotiable. I'm not having that, Pep. The money or you're out of here. As he says no, he won't sign his main target. City not paying 60 million. That's got to be something to do with the 115. And now Paqueta storms into Lopetegui's restaurant and meets up with him. You think you're funny, do you? Not accepting Man City? Well, get this. I'm not playing another game under your management if you don't let me have my dream move. Honestly, I hate this club. Lucas, I'm sorry it got sour, but you're not going anywhere without the evaluation. I'm not going to sell you for less than that 60 million. So maybe play well on the field and clubs may pay that fee. And I can't lie to you, I am very much struggling in this window. Another club, this time Newcastle United, and they say no as well. So the two richest clubs in the world apart from Paris won't pay 60 million. Weird, the lot of them, as the weirdest thing of all is we just can't get a decent offer for a player. West Fodringham, a 2-year loan to Stade Rennais. Why? Why would I accept that? Why would he go there? As finally some decent bids, right? Areola has to stay. I'm not selling my keeper, but Danny Ings, he can go and enjoy Spain. As there he is leaving the club, that is a little bit injected into our budget, which now sits, at 7 million. Eric, I can't raise the funds. I know what you said about the money, but have you heard of a player called Konstantinos Mavropanos? I'll swap him, only 26, 3 years younger than Harry Maguire. Not happy at the club, and we really want big slabhead. As yes, he's seen reason. Harry Maguire is an iron, just like the real life rumours. He joins the Irons. Very good swap deal that. You can see he looks so good in claret and blue. But do you know what doesn't look good? Our budget. 1 million. But I can do one better. What looks worse than that transfer and our bank account is the fact we're in the relegation zone. Harry Maguire, mate, you have to work wonders as we're at home again against Arsenal and Declan Rice. How's big slabhead on the ball, though? A ball across the field. Okay, we'll forget about that. Still, it's better than our current centre-backs. Just hoping for better as we wanted European football. That's a brilliant start, isn't it? Martinelli, 1-0 Arsenal. But I'm determined to stay positive. We just treat it like 0-0, lads. Fulkrug on the run. That is a good ball for Somerville. Has to be on the end of it and even scoring as Martin Odegaard. Good cross to the near post. Just towards our goalkeeper, though. Injury. Another bloody injury. Yes, we're in the drop zone, but we haven't had our luck Player form, player morale, and player injuries. As a header, Fulkrug, very good save, David Raya. Proves we are still in this game as Jared Bowen round the corner. It's Wan-Bissaka in the defence now with Harry Maguire. Mistake. Fulkrug has to tap it in. What a save by David Raya. Don't think I've ever seen a better one as Jared Bowen through the middle right here for onside with Somerville. Oh, he had to score. Missing the target as we've got that injury. Todibo is injured, and I'm going to listen to your comments. Moving Alvarez back. Ward-Prowse onto the field. I just feel like we've got corners in us. We need them set pieces to take and to plant on the head of Nicholas Fulkrug. That's a good run by Saka. Well defended. Wan-Bissaka! All my days, I think it's another injury, but still they come out as Arsenal are not slowing down. Jesus' shot is saved. Injury record's horrible as now they've got a man down, but like Aston Villa against us, we'll play on. And Fulkrug from range, a good save. And I'm glad I made that substitution. Ward-Prowse on the field. His delivery looked decent still. In the mixer, it's Somerville down to Emerson, who should have equalised the game, but no, that's all she wrote. That is the end of another defeat 2-0. And straight after it, you love to see it, a new headline by Emery saying classless is what West Ham are, diving into the relegation zone. Just seems we're not strong enough, and definitely not Todibo out for 3 months. Then Wan-Bissaka, he's only out for 4 days. And Kufar's even injured. He's injured for 2 months. I didn't even know that. Our injury record is terrible. As still we battle on, and yes, I did sim a few more games, so we are just above the relegation zone by 3 points over Everton. And also in other news, we've got a relatively easier run. We've played all them tough games, of course, Everton next time out. But one thing I've not touched upon, round of 16 of the FA Cup and Sunderland. In fact, all those teams look rather favourable. Apart from Liverpool and Arsenal, of course, as I'm just going to replace them injured players. We've got to be beating Sunderland 1-0, Jose Gaya, into the quarter-final where we have drawn Southampton. Now, I do want to play them today, actually. Maybe we get a semi-final. And that semi-final does give us a way into Europe as we beat Everton and lost to the Saints. In the league, that's quite expected, but not in the FA Cup. Semi-final at Wembley is up for grabs and anything can happen. And it is another home game. Come on, we used to use this to our advantage, winning games for fun against the Big Six at the start of the year. But now that story's different as Thomas Souček in the lineup. Him and Harry Maguire in the defence. Never expected to be playing them as Paqueta out wide. We haven't actually scored in ages. Alvarez running through. And that is an easy starting goal. Edson Alvarez celebrates after his injury and being on the sidelines, getting their hammers. Looks like we've caught cup fever. Something sparking us to life as Paqueta. Look how easily he's drifted away. Maybe one day he actually might be worth 60 million. But till that day comes, he's just got to keep on playing well as Jared Bowen slips through. He has someone at the other side. It is Kudus running through. That is a complete move. Passing it across the goal and Nicholas Fulkrug. You are celebrating, mate. Or should I say, you have the right to celebrate that goal. He just put a brilliant pass through and then just dummied away from them. Good stuff so far, or should I say great stuff so far. We've gone so long without a goal in game, then 2 come at once. Usually how it goes though, ain't it? As Fulkrug's coming off, I haven't seen Leonardo score a goal in game so far, so gets his opportunity. Partnered with Paqueta and also Kudus, who's been brilliant today. A good tackle. Now Leonardo passes it to Paqueta. Here he is through on goal. Will it be his first goal in Iron's colours? Bit of a terrible shot. And Kudus doesn't get the follow-up. Maybe he's an assister giving it to Paqueta, but Paqueta back. Marcos Leonardo at the second time of asking. Misses. Oh my days, but here he is, skipping away from the defender, Marcos Leonardo. He was not missing that one. The big Brazilian scores, and now 3-0. I believe the game is done, and we have a semi-final.